We are interested in these three groups of strangely behaving syllables, let's say. Either extra, added, or vanished. The first case is when we add ed, pronounced as id, after simple past regular verbs ending with t or d. For example, wanted. In the second case, it's actually a group of three cases. Let's first summarize them. We add es, pronounced as is, after words ending with some sibilant, which means hissing or buzzing sound. Such sounds are ch, s, sh, what else? Z maybe. And when this sound is, case 2.1, final in plural nouns. For example, bus, buses. 2.2, ending of verbs in third person. For example, wish, wishes. He wishes a new home. And second case 2.3, when this sound is a suffix for possessive words. For example, George, George's. George's house is beautiful. And in the third case of a strangely behaving syllable, we have vanished syllables. Syllables which we don't pronounce. For example, business, business. Let's look at a few tables before going to these cases one by one. This table will give us an overview of our today's lesson, the topic and the content. We have 2 columns and 2 rows, and let's start with the first one. It is about id. After regular verbs ending with t or d in past simple tense. For example, accepted, appreciated, cheated, connected, excited. You can listen to the way they are pronounced when you go to this website. The link to it is given on the page of our today's lesson. You know where. In the second row of the second column, we've got is. Extra syllable is, pronounced in nouns, plural nouns, ending with a sibilant sound. What sibilant sound means is explained here. A hissing or a buzzing sound. For example, races, buses, boxes, prizes. Some of them could be both nouns, plural nouns, or verbs in third form singular, third person singular. For example, watches, changes, kisses. Actually, it's 2 in 1 in this section, this part of the table. Nouns and verbs, singular verbs in third person. In the second row of the first column, we've got an example of is as a suffix for a possessive Noun. I'll read the example sentence. Bill Sanchez's report stunned the entire committee. Do you want to read it as well? Okay, good. Let's go to the second row of the second column, which is our last one. Vanishing syllables. It's a very intriguing, very interesting list of some most common words with vanishing second syllable. For example, aspirin, average, business, camera, chocolate, conference, corporal, etc. Interesting, isn't it? Usually we don't pay attention to these vanishing syllables. Maybe many of us the non-native English speakers actually pronounce the vanishing syllable. For example, how would you pronounce finally? Well, I have to confess, I often say finally instead of finally. Okay, well, it's a good thing to try to memorize these examples. They aren't that many, are they? Okay, take your time to look at the table if you need, and afterwards I hope you have made your mind which of these cases of strangely behaving syllables, as I call them, are you most interested in? I mean, which is your priority? And we'll start with it, if you like. Alright? Here is a sentence to practice a little before proceeding to our separate strangely behaving syllable you've chosen. The task is: find all 10 strangely behaving syllables in this sentence. If you want, you can read it out loud first, because it will certainly help you. Then take your time, and when ready, please let me know to discuss. Great, well done. Well, there is a mistake in the task. You've correctly discovered 10 of the cases, but there is actually 1/11th, which I didn't take into account while writing this task. Which is this strangely behaving syllable? Okay, it is. Alright, let's have it as homework.